Hey there everybody, I'm Mickey. Welcome back to the third video of the Osiris New Dawn tutorial series that I am creating. And today's topic is the O.M.P.A, the Osiris Mission Personal Assistant. And we're going to discuss the different commands they have, the purpose, are they worth it, and the basic use, what you can do with them. Alright, so we're going to start with customizing looking at your options here. So you have, with your repair tool and your multi-tool out, you have the option to replace 2 batteries, open an inventory, customize the colors, repair the robot, change the nickname, and or open the ability tree. So if you push T on it, you'll see here that each of these O.M.P.As has 10 available inventory slots that you can use to store whatever you need to put in there, which can be good on those long trips across the desert. Alright, so what I'm going to do now though is I want to customize all of my robots to look the same. We're going to nickname this guy Steel 01. I will explain that later on. And while we're here, we'll show you the ability tree. So this ability tree is very similar to the skill tree that we have on our characters. You have a combat section, engineering section, and a science section. My suggestion, when you first start with your first O.M.P.A, as long as it's not bugged out and lost in the middle of the desert somewhere, you upgrade the first available on each of these. It should cost you, I believe, 6 science, or 6 engineering, 3 science, and 3 combat. This allows your robot to mine and automatically deposit the stuff, or you can do the battery efficiency, whichever you prefer. Allows it to repair buildings that you have that are damaged, and it allows you to help defend you, which is very important. But as you can see, for the purpose of this tutorial, I have my O.M.P.As all maxed out, so I'm not have to worry too much about that. So I'm just going to go ahead and customize the rest of these guys. So I do this, I customize them all by color and name, because when I usually have 12 to 16 O.M.P.As, depending on if I'm playing on what server I'm playing on. Because I have, as you can see here, I'll explain why they're being named Steel. They are going to be mining the materials, the basic materials, there's precious minerals and there's base metal. And the base metal materials make steel. So these guys are going to be my steel producers, essentially. So what I wanted to show you, and as you can see here, without the multi-tool, I can have nothing in my inventory, my hand, and still be the same. You see before you, you can have the O.M.P.A follow you. You can have them stay put. You can have them flank left or flank right. You can have them patrol an area and mine, or patrol an area and repair. Depends on the use of what you want. I would suggest having 1 or 2 O.M.P.As at your main base, and have them on patrol and repair if you have base structure decay on, because they'll go around repairing all your buildings for you. For the purpose of this tutorial, this video, I'm going to be using them to mine. And it looks like it's getting dark, which kind of sucks, but maybe we'll make this work. And bear in mind, as you can see here, your O.M.P.A control panel, which you push C to bring up, you can have up to 4 on your control panel at a time, but that is not the limit to the amount of O.M.P.As you can have. As I mentioned before, I usually have anywhere from 12 to 16 O.M.P.As. Any more than that I find really hard to micromanage. As you can see, you can only have 4 at a time, so I have to go from each to the next mining site, reassign all of the other O.M.P.As, and then tell them what to do, and then go back to the previous mining site and do the same thing, vice versa. You know what I mean? And that's really a pain in the butt, but I mean, in the end, it's worth it. I usually have 2 to 3 mining sites. You know, I have my base metals, and then I have my precious metals, and then I have the rare metals, like, you know, the lithium and the plutonium and whatnot. And I have it scattered throughout Proteus 2 Site A. And I get my spaceship, and I fly around and make trips around and you know, make all the materials. So I want to show you. Let's go ahead and push in on Steel 2 here, and we're going to tell him to mine some materials for us. So I'll explain why I have a depot right here instead of why I'm using a depot over there in just a second. So I pushed in to tell my O.M.P.A to patrol and mine, and in front of you, you see this, you know, this spinning circle. And that is saying that is your patrol area for the O.M.P.A, so he will stay in that area and only mine materials in that area. However, if you use the middle of the mouse scroll wheel and you scroll, you can make that circle big, much bigger. And that's usually what I do. So I'm going to tell him the steel guy is going to mine right there. And then we're going to come over here and pick up, let's get Steel 02 just to make it numerically correct. And we're going to tell him to also stick around in this area. Let's do the same for these guys. We're going to have them come over here. Mine over there. Alright. So, one of the very useful things that they have added, that developers added, is the O.M.P.As will automatically deposit what they've mined if you've upgraded that ability in their ability tree. So as you can see here, my O.M.P.As, I've got 2 over here, mining anything in their patrol area, and they're automatically depositing in this depot for me, which then I can come pick up at my leisure. And as I come over here, this is what I call my mining station. So we're going to come up here, and I have a couple depots right here. And as you can see, they're doing the same thing. Now, this part is up to debate with, you know, there's both sides of this debate. When I play and I'm doing mass producing steel, I've got, as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 forges down here, base level. You know, one's going to be aluminum, one's going to be iron, and then magnesium, and then extra. And then once those are all those ingots are created, I'm going to take them and either put them up here in this storage, as you can see here, or I'm going to go ahead and make steel. And I've got multiple, so I've got, what, 6 forges here? Because you can only put 100, I mean, you can put as much material into the forge as you want, but it only makes up to 150 at a time, 3 stacks of 50. So what I do is if I'm making, you know, 600 steel, I'm going to split it up, 150 here, 150 here, 150 here, 150 here. That way I got 600 steel coming to me at the same time. You know, quick, mass-produced steel. You know, and we'll do, let's see how much we've got, how many materials we've got in here right now. Perfect. We're going to take what you got here. So as you can see, I'll go in here and, you know, let's say I've got creative mode on, my apologies. So, you know, we'll come in here and let's say I've got, you know, 30 iron, you know, and 30 magnesium. Okay. Now, for the sake of this video, you know, I've just made iron, you know, ingots, all that stuff. Then I'd come up here with those ingots, and then I would go down to the steel, and then I would, you know, let's say make 10 steel here, and 10 steel here, you know, and so on and so forth. And I'd also use these to make glass, you know, or to make any other random materials that I need here. Because, you know, you could make 8 containers of, I think it's like 1,500, no, it's 2,500 steel, I believe, in each one of these containers, and that's a lot of steel. Like, the only way you would need that much steel is if you would make, you know, you do a lot of custom building like I do, as you can see here. I'm really big into custom building. Now, bear in mind, this way of mining is not the way to mine. This is how I mine, because I need lots of steel in my custom building. And this is the quickest, fastest way to get a bunch of steel. The downside to this, doing it this way, is when this depository fills up 100%, they won't deposit anymore. Like, they'll go mine the rock, and then they'll come back, and they'll deposit 0% of what they have in their inventory, and then they'll go back out and do it again. I believe they've either fixed that, or they're working on fixing that, you know, so that they'll fill up this one, and then they'll come over to the next closest depot and deposit it in there, you know. And then, you know, basically I would come down here and pick up the materials from this guy, right? And then I'd run back over there and rinse, repeat. Alright, well, that does it for this video tutorial, number 3 of the O.M.P.A. If you have any questions or comments, or you think that I missed something, please let me know in the comments. I'm very open and willing to accept constructive criticism. If you enjoyed this video, please like. If you wish to see more videos, subscribe. Join the gaming community that I am currently creating. And I will see you in the next video. Hey there, I wanted to get back to you guys. I forgot a few more things about the O.M.P.As. I wanted to mention that if you tell them to follow you and you go jump in a vehicle, they will get on the back of the vehicle and go with you. But I am fairly certain that it is only one O.M.P.A at a time that will jump in the vehicle and follow you, so you can take them with you. You know, when you get into a vehicle. And I also wanted to mention that I forgot about the flanking command. So basically what that is they will follow you, but they will follow you from a distance, you know, on the left or the right. You know, and if you're going hunting, like, they'll go around the enemy. Like, if you're going head on to the enemy, they will flank the enemy. And I believe that's it. And like I said, if I forgot anything, please let me know. You know, I'm new to this still. I'm trying my best. I want to make great content for you guys. You know, I want you guys to come see the videos and find that information that you want. So I can't do that unless you guys let me know what my mistakes are. Alright.